All right, 1967 Pontiac Dual Gate shifter coming to a theater near you real soon. That's how she's looking. Today on Doc's Pontiac Garage, we're going to be taking a 1966 Pontiac GTO. It's got a turbo 350 in it. It's got a standard 2-speed shifter up top with 3 gears downstairs. Anyway, we're going to take a 1967 GTO Hurst Dual Gate shifter, and we're going to fabricate it into the 66 box. 1967 Dual Gate shifter has a gate you can slide over, called his and hers, and you switch the switch, and something like that, something like this. There it is. The switch comes out. So we're going to switch these over. Talking about a 2-speed regular going to a Hurst Dual Gate. So underneath the car, the Dual Gate cable is different than the 350 and the 2-speed as far as I'm concerned. Up top, it turns out different. Shifter grabs it longer, needs a longer bung up top. However, on the bottom, you will still need to fabricate a bracket. Right there is the connector, right there, okay? And you need to put a bracket somewhere on these bolts to hold that connector right. What I suggest you do at this point, go upstairs, mount the shifter, get it together. This way you're gonna see where park is, for real. All right, folks, pan was a piece of cake, totally killed me. Anyway, we're working on shifter brackets next. One other modification you will need to do beyond my control, because we're going 6 to 7. You're gonna have to move the front mounting bracket plate down 1 notch. Yeah, that's right, folks. You gotta get under here and you gotta move that down below the white. 1 notch down, I guess, because it's just not gonna mate up with the console. 6 and 7 are different, and you're way away. Anyway, all right, this is no fun because you're just into it, but Doc's Pontiac Garage, front bracket console's got to be modified. Got to come down a 1/4 inch. Catch you. Doc's Pontiac Garage, we're finishing the dual gate conversion. Now, fortunately, we've done a couple of these, and my main guy, he's kept scraps. That's the piece right there that guides you, at least. Now, this is a 6 console going 7. But what I suggest you do at this point, once you got out everything, is you flip it upside down and separate the plastic. Let's separate the plastic, and we'll go one piece at a time. All right, so Doc's Pontiac Garage coming in. Here's what we like to do. We like to really look at it first. And actually, you want to come on a 66. You want to come forward more because you want the ribbing in the back to be good. So, again, like I said, this takes a lot of steps to get to this point. Putting the dual gate through a 2-speed automatic box. All right, Doc's Pontiac Garage. Wasn't quite as easy as we thought. A lot of fitting in and out. Had to take the 2 decks apart, plastic away from the thing. Also, you're going to run into some problems on a 6 because the back nuts you really want to keep intact, and they kind of get in the way. So it does fit, but I have to run a level on the shifter now, bring the back of it up to make it, you know, the best it can be. Also, you'll have to trim some of the plastic. Some of the plastic does get trimmed. Here's the fragments of what gets trimmed. And the hole basically is 3 1/4 by 7 1/4 when you get all done. Anyway, that's the situation, folks, and I will talk with you soon. Polished aluminum Hurst T-handle. We polished it pretty good. Got a nice sheen to it. Now we got to keep assembling. All right, Mr. Joe, I didn't know I was going to have this, but here's your selector that came with your shifter. I want to put that glass in it. See that glass versus this glass? So that's what I'm going to do. All right, wish me luck. Catch. All right, rebuilt. I don't know how I had that in stock, but replaced the face and recolored the back black. Not completely, so the light will shine through. Anyway, refacing the dual gate indicator. Just be careful. Try not to scratch anything. And if you're going to touch it up, use a brush Use semi-satin protective coating enamel. And that's it. Restored. Catch it. Doc's Pontiac Garage, 67 dual gate, shift indicator. Alright, so I already showed you the clamp trick on the bezel. Boring. And I showed you that. Okay, so looking at the linkage for the dual gate shifter, we made a special back bracket and a special front paw. Don't forget to include those two items because you won't get it down without them. It's supposed to fit on a Turbo 400. We've got it on a 350, but that's the combination I came up with, and it does ratchet. Let's put the boot back on real quick. And that's the setup you'll need for dual gate on a 350. There's the front paw, and there's the back paw. You won't be able to use the 2-speed linkage and cable holder. Doc's Pontiac Garage, linkage, Hurst Dual Gate shifter, 66 GTO, 350 trans. Catch you. Doc's Pontiac Garage, once you get the floor cleaned and you know that your dual gate shifter is working the best you can, now it's time to install the console, which is always fun, folks. It's never not fun, but this time it's going to be really fun. A couple tricks I need to show you, a couple things you need to do. Come around here, look into the beautiful trunk real quick. Okay, you come around here. There's some things you're going to need to do when you get the console, and you got to plug that harness in, and a negative ground is going to have to go here at the same time in that order. Anyway, that's what you got to do, man. Rugs are cleaned, console's going in. We got a big shout out to Joe Brink, and that's where we're at. Talk to you soon. Hurst Dual Gate, 66 GTO. Catch. After the front harness is plugged in, don't forget this ground here. This is the one. That's going to give you your illumination, whatever you got, into that console. Also, Martin Quarrens, feed the socket up this way. It'll hold into the holder. That's the gate side you want it in. This is a little tricky, but that's what you got to do. At least that's what I do. Doc's Pontiac Garage, hooking up the final ground for dual gate 66. Hope you like my videos. I like to nut lock my bolts so that the shifter's always secure. When I went to unscrew the negative ground, it lost my clip. So you want that really tight, all bolts really tight. And I went and put a new clip in it. I actually modified the clip so it's real tight. And dual gate shifters putting in are very tricky. The boxes get very, very tricky. Anyway, Doc's Pontiac Garage. Don't forget to double nut your nut. And if you're nutted, don't forget nutter butter, peanut butter fingers. And there she is, the dual gate complete. That's how it looks. Front to back. Back to front. And that's what it should look like, basically. And then you should be able to go like this. Oh, go like that. Open up the gate and close it with the T-handle grip. Everything's nice and tight. And there's the dual gate, folks, installed in your 66 Pontiac like it was no big deal. But it was a big deal. But that's how we're looking. Dual gate shifter, 66 GTO. All right, folks, wish me luck. All right, so Doc's Pontiac Garage, we're showing you how the dual gate is functional. And right now we have it in her gate. You pull it down, you got reverse, you got neutral, you got drive locking out on that, and then you got second and low. And that would be her side. That's for your girlfriend when she wants to drive. You know, and then when the boys drive it, that's why they call it his and hers. I didn't invent it. And then what you do is you switch it over and you come down, and what this gives you is a ratcheting first, second, third. And second, third, and that's the dual gate. Give it to you one more time, you're over, you're down there, you pull it down, and you got second, third, and that's the ratcheting shift. So now we're going to go out for a ride, and I'll show you just how it works. Now we're going to show it to you a little racing mode. Like this. You get second, and you get third, and that's how it works. Now again, it'll shift quicker the quicker you shift. So what I will do is I will show you just another thing that's nice about the dual gate is you can put it down in second and then, you know, drive it nicely. You can just drive it nicely. You want to just drive it nicely, you can drive it nicely and it rides nice, you know. You can hit third gear. So it's basically a really nice setup, something to play with, something to keep you going, something to get you through the end of the night. Okay, so you're cruising along, you're in third gear, everything's good, you got third, you can just drop it down a gear, there's third, same thing, drop it down a gear, and there's third. So it's basically giving you a nice little selection. Now, if someone were to pull up next to you and say, what the
Ooh la la.
you drop it down here, okay, and you racing as such, and you would knock second, and then you would knock third. And that's basically how the dual gate works. And I hope you like my videos. And Joel, I hope I got everything you need. I want you to tell me on this last one. I'm going to call you right now. I hope you can answer.